playing the Pokemon Movie 2000 soundtrack after seeing the Pokemon Movie 2000, I had high hopes that there would be a song for Ash and Misty's relationship on the soundtrack. And while the song Extra Mile sounds like it's sung from Misty's perspective, being that she went the extra mile to swim and save Ash in the ocean in the 2000 movie, I was disappointed that the second movie soundtrack was nowhere near as enjoyable as the first Pokemon movie soundtrack, which had really good love pop songs like Don't Say You Love Me by M2M. They went with a different approach for the second album, with less big stars and pop songs on the album, and focused mostly on the Power of One message. When I saw the Power of One special, and I was really hyped up for, I wasn't necessarily expecting any big spoilers of the upcoming movie, but I remember feeling kind of down and disappointed after watching it. They put a huge focus on the Power of One message, how one person can make all the difference. And while the message is kind of flawed because technically you need lots of people to make a huge difference, I felt sad after watching the special because I felt like I wasn't doing anything to make a difference. I remember the scene where they talked about collecting rocks and painting them into ladybugs so they could sell them to raise money for their mother who was struggling with cancer. And it was just a small thing, but yet it helped her get the money to pay for hospital expenses. Back to the Pokemon soundtrack. It was when reaching the 13th track called One when I realized I was very disappointed with the album. It reminded of that feeling like I felt when I watched the special, how I'm not doing anything to really change the world. However, this song became my favorite and most listened to song from the album. One thing we'll talk about a lot for this series is the bittersweet feeling. The feeling of remembering a time where you were sad, but instead of it making you sad all over again, it makes you stronger, it makes you feel healed, and even though you're remembering a time where you were struggling, you realize you got through that time and things got better, and therefore, whatever current situation you're in, you know you can get through that too. The things that your younger self worry about might seem silly to your older self, but as becoming an adult, I feel like I'm a person that my 11-year-old self would feel safe with, and I wish I could give her a hug and tell her how much of an inspiration she is to people in the future. My younger self couldn't imagine how social media and how I would be making connections with people who go through the same things as me, and how it doesn't take something really big to make a huge difference. The song sings about how one smile can change somebody's day. And while yes, it is very cheesy, and this song relaxes me and also helps me find peace in the fact that Ash and Misty never actually got together in the end, and how that was a struggle I was able to overcome. What other songs do you think have helped my mental health for the better?